All right, guys, this is your Google form from last Friday. We are going to go under responses and we are going to view responses in a sheet by clicking on the green button. When we do that, it typically will come up and ask if you want to create a new or if you want to import it into a existing spreadsheet. We're going to create a new. It's going to pull the name from your survey over, and then in parentheses, you're going to see the words responses. The other thing that this has been doing is instead of putting the name of the candy, it's putting the name of the question along with the candy, then behind it in a bracket. We want to change that. So originally this said something like rank your candy choices, and then in a bracket it said Skittles. Okay, well, we don't want that. We just want to see what was the candy's choice. So I'm retyping those in with just the name of the candy. So just click on it and type the name of the candy. You're good to go. You don't actually have to backspace out. It's actually it's quicker to just type the name of the candy back in. So when you click on it and you can see where it says rank the following or whatever you typed in there for the directions on your question. And then you'll see the actual candy behind it. Just retype the name of the candy. It's a much faster. The other thing that happened is 5 said something like most liked, and 1 said something like least liked or favorite. So you're not actually necessarily seeing the numbers. So anywhere that you have words on your data section, the responses themselves, we have to change it to number only. So most liked, we're going to, instead of worrying about deleting out, we're just going to type the number 5 and hit enter. Okay, enter will move you down a cell. Okay, least liked was a 1. I'm just typing the word or the number 1 and hitting enter. So go through and change your numbers over to be numbers only, no words. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 formulas today. The first one is a sum formula. So I'm going to start, all formulas start with an equal sign. I'm going to type the word sum, which from math class means add all of these numbers. A parenthesis tells the computer you're about to get a range or a command or a location of what you're supposed to do. So I'm telling it, hey, computer, add these numbers, and here are the numbers. B2, because that's where your first number is. And then based on how many responses you have will be the B answer that goes next. In my case, my last response was on line 11. So I'm going to say B2 colon B11, close my parenthesis and hit enter. Now, I don't want to have to retype that every time for each column, so I'm going to go back up, arrow key. So you'll see up at the top, there is a equal sum formula is showing up at the top, but then the number 30 is showing in the cell. I'm copying with what's in that cell, and you'll notice that when I copy it, it has like a dashed outside border. I'm going to use my arrow key over one cell, hold the shift, select the next 4 cells, and I'm going to use Control V to paste that formula. Google's pretty smart, so you notice under the C column, instead of saying equal sum B2, it says C2, and it will update correspondingly with each column. The other formula that I want to talk about is the average formula. Again, got to start with an equal sign, then the word average, A-V-E-R-A-G-E, parenthesis, and I'm going to put the same cell range as I did before. My case, B2 colon B11. Close my parenthesis and hit enter. And then what that's doing is telling me what was the average score this candy received. Again, I don't want to have to retype that for every one of those 4 other columns. I select my B column. I Control C to copy, arrow key over, holding the shift key down with C selected. I'm going to arrow over D, E, and F so that they are blue. Control V and paste. It will automatically configure all of those columns to have average formulas in them. Some people were showing up with their answers in number format, and unlike bold, where you can turn it on and turn it off, numbers or currency in money format doesn't turn on, turn off from this formula bar like it does for some of the other ones. So if you do end up with a number format, we're going to go under format with it selected, go under number, and go to number. Well, that's great. It got rid of the dollar sign, but I still have too many decimals. So we have this increase and decrease decimal option. These are whole numbers. We added them together. I don't need any decimals. So I have 2 that I have to get rid of. So I click it twice. It's now down to whole numbers. All right, so that's our goal for today, is just to kind of get familiar with the equal as the command for a formula, put in sum and average formulas so you can see how those work, see how you can turn the currency on and off, increase, decrease decimals. Some of you may end up with some repeating decimals in your average. You need to take it down to 2. So let's say I had 2.33333333. Okay. I only want 2 decimals. So I will click on it and I will use decrease until I only have 2 decimal spots showing. Okay. So use your increase and decrease. Okay. That's pretty much all we're going to do in here today. I am going to show you a video on how to embed a picture, which we'll be working on tomorrow. But the steps that we worked through and I showed you today so you could do it tomorrow. After watching the video, you're going to hear about how you can use an image formula to embed. We use the equal sign. Imagine that. Then we're going to tell the computer, insert this image, and we're going to put a parenthesis so we can give it a location. What I did was a quick search for Skittles. So you can see Google search, Skittles, found one that I liked. In this preview, right click, copy image address, not link address. Link is going to copy the website's address of where the website is that you can find the picture. We want the actual address of where the picture is on that website. So we need copy image address. We'll go back to our spreadsheet and we're giving a specific web location. So we want a, going back here, our equal image, parenthesis, quote, and our computer is not typing at the moment. Hang on. Equal image, parenthesis, quotes for specific location, paste our image location. We need to end that specific location and then end our command. So equal image, parenthesis, quote, URL, quote, parenthesis. Then hit enter. I know it seems really complex. You're going to be doing it so fast you'd be amazed. Now, that's really, really small. How do I make it bigger? Because I can't just click on it and drag. What you can do is go over between your numbers. You see how that line turns blue? Click and drag that, and it increases the entire cell size. When you embed a picture, that picture size is based on the size of the cell that is located inside. Now, there is one video that we were watching today in class. We're watching the first 2 minutes of the tutorial on advanced image inserting and formatting. That is located in your Google Sheets folder under Advanced Picture Features link. So if you will take a look at that, watch that video. If you have extra time, you're welcome to preview the other 2 videos on your graph basics, and starting with spreadsheets is a link to the Google Suites tutorial page to actually show you some basic information on how to open a spreadsheet, how to create a blank one, which we pretty much already know how to do. And then there's some more information in here that we will be talking about with formats, fonts, and working with multiple spreadsheets. So that is it for today. Don't forget that lesson 10 will be due at the end of the week. Have a great one.